I be on my Ali, on my Marcus Garvey. They try to fraud me, corporate state called me. I be on my Ali, Garvey.
Umar, it's hot out here, Umar. Where the AC at?
Love and peace. Today we're going to be doing the quotes from Marcus Garvey and the Garveyites celebrating the victories of the Moors over Spain. I hope you enjoy Islamism. Garveyites applaud news of revolution. Crowds in Liberty Hall Sunday, September 11th, applauded the news of a revolt in India against the British. Wild applause greeted the dispatch that the Moors in Morocco had defeated 24,000 Spaniards. All Africa in rebellion, as Garvey report. Full rights demanded by quote-unquote Negro communists. So they was trying to call Marcus Garvey a communist, which reminds me about the Havana, Cuba conference study we did, and they was calling the Party of Cuba communists because they was exposing the oligarchy of United States, specifically saying that the scheme of Wall Street was injuring not only South Americans, but those in North America. A flash of light was thrown upon the international character and wide political interest claimed by the Convention of Negro Peoples of the World, now in session here, under the auspices of the Universal Negro Improvement Association. When Marcus Garvey, president of the organization, interrupted the proceedings to read to the delegates two dispatches, one telling of an uprising of natives of the Sudan in Africa, and the other of the defeat of both the French and Spanish troops by the natives of Morocco. And this is Marcus Garvey. You should know that every section of Africa has stirred itself to this same sentiment, which grows and spreads through all the colonies. Morocco is in rebellion. The Sudan, East Africa, West Africa, all of the peoples there are responding to this great urge for liberation. I have just received a letter from South Africa, which states that the downfall of General Smuts in South Africa was absolutely due to the activities of the natives. And the Moors are beating Spain, and they have shattered her armies until they have practically upset the government of Spain, which is now in a precarious condition. After Mr. Garvey had read the two dispatches from two afternoon newspapers, and after the demonstration was quieted, the convention passed into consideration of a plan for the formation of the proposed Universal Negro Political Union. It must be explained that the Negroes used the term universal in the sense of international. The operations of the proposed union would, according to indications gathered from the speeches, be of an anti-imperialist nature throughout all colonial and semi-independent Negro countries, quote unquote, but as to their nature within the United States, there is less clear indication as yet, and that's because Drew Ali already had that, but this was 1921, 1923. But these was in the newspaper, so I know Drew Ali's seen this as far as him celebrating the Moors being able to win against these colonists. The operations of the proposed union would, according to indications gathered from the speeches, be an anti-imperialist nature throughout all colonial and semi-independent Negro countries. But as to their nature within the United States, there is less clear indication as yet. There is some reason to think that the leaders intend to operate in the United States on the basis of selecting individual candidates on Republican and Democratic tickets who are supposed to be good to Negroes. Yeah, okay. And this is why Noble Drew Ali was saying that Marcus Garvey was his forerunner, because he was on the path almost right, but Drew Ali had to come and get it right. Interest. In short, the same plan has so disastrously applied to the labor union movement, but it is impossible as yet to make sure what the domestic policy of the Negro Politician Union will be. Communist moves for equality. An attempt made by Miss Olivia Whitman, communist delegate, to have the appeal to governors of the southern states, which was passed the day before, reopened for reconsideration. Oddly enough, this is kind of a preamble to the Moor, Nazi, Franco-Italian alliance against Spain. You know, Marcus Garvey and the Garveyites right here were celebrating the victories of the Moors over the Spanish Inquisition or the Spanish colonists. And you have Drew Ali speaking about the Italians have the Moors' blood in them. That's why they're so mean. He's speaking about the Italians that are fighting. But right here, the government is a government of pure terror and armed force. The Moorish mercenaries are everywhere. My friend said that in many towns in Andalusia and Castile, the Moors outnumbered the Spaniards. Nazis also are everywhere. By the thousands, they swagger through the Spanish cities. Their financial reserves apparently inexhaustible. You hear that? In this little clip right here ain't nothing compared to what I've already compiled, So it'll be somewhere close near the spring is when I'm going to drop this demonstration. I leave you in love and peace. Divine honors to Prophet Noble Drew Ali and the Moorish divine and national movement of the world, Islamism.
I be on my Ali, on my Marcus Garvey. They try to fraud me, corporate state called me. I be on my Ali, on my Marcus Garvey. They try to fraud me, corporate state called me.